to the Bronx. Up next, Gino, great to have you on the EIB network. Hi.
Rush, I'm very disappointed in you, and in fact, quite honestly, I'm angry with you because of what you told that lady 2 days ago and what you called the other caller earlier today in the program. You're advising us, your loyal audience for 30 years that has stood by you and that have made you the Moses of conservatism, are now telling us that we should call ourselves problem solvers rather than conservatives so that we can try to get the political power that we need. I'm here to tell you it's time for you to go back to the way you were and take back what you said today, because I'm going to give it to you straight. I live in the Bronx. I'm on the front lines. I every day have to confront left-wing lizards and brain-dead Bolsheviks. And they give me a hard time every day, but I get right back in their face and I tell them, you go to hell, because I don't want my country, I don't want what my parents and my family and everybody I've ever known in my life to surrender to these brain-dead idiots that are going to destroy our country. And now you're going to tell me that I should back down and that I should somehow say, well, I'm not a conservative, but I'm a problem solver, because I should fear these fools that are out there. No, Rush. It's time for you to get back to basics. You got to be the same person you were 30 years ago that had my loyalty up until today. You have to be the Johnny Carson that you have been for the last 30 years and say, no. You get in people's faces. You tell them, no, you're an imbecile, you're an idiot, you're a jackass, and you're going to help destroy our country from within if we listen to the crap that you're trying to tell us. There is no such thing as being transgender. You're either a male or a female. There's no such thing as 37 different flavors of sexism. No, you're a man or a woman. And the same with the abortion issue. You gave that up a long time ago, and so did your other brethren on conservative talk radio, which I don't even call conservative anymore. Millions of Americans have died because of the schmucks that we have to pay attention to and the scum in the media that have turned everything that's bad and unholy into what is righteous, and it's completely wrong. So I'm going to give you an opportunity right here now, Rush, on your own show to take back what you said to that lady yesterday and earlier today. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come and I'm going to take that microphone away from you, and I'm going to be the Jay Leno to your Johnny Carson, and I'm going to be the one that's going to be the leader of the new conservative movement. It's either that or I go to the Trumpster and I tell him to stop giving you interviews, and that's it. It's going to be Mark Levin, me, and a handful of others, because now it seems to me that you have gone soft and you've gone weak-willed. The same way you criticize Republican slobs like Jeff Sessions and the other mutants who stab us in the back every time, and you don't bust their chops anymore. I noticed that recently. Now I'm going to do that to you, and I'm going to go on every other radio program until or unless you take back what you said, that we should not say that we are conservatives anymore, but that we're problem solvers. That's wrong. Admit you're wrong, and do it to me right here, right now.
I never said back down, and I never said not to get in their face. I simply said do not use a term to describe yourself that makes it impossible to have any kind of solution with these people. That's all.
But
I'm not saying don't be a conservative. Wait a minute now, Gino. I didn't tell you not to be a conservative. I didn't tell you to back down. I didn't tell you to tell these scum to go soft on any of that. None of that at all. I'm simply, do you not agree that just the name conservative has a little bit of a PR problem right now?
The PR problem is because left-wing maggots in the media have made it that way. But when we confront them, then they back down. That's the thing that you should be re-emphasizing like you did 30 years ago. You were my hero for the last 30 years, and now all of a sudden you have backed down because you have become weak-willed.
I'm not backing down, Gino, and I haven't been...
Thinks that you're going to buy an island in Greece and escape from these problems. I want to save America. If you don't, step aside and I'll do it for you.
You have drawn a whole lot of conclusions here that are nowhere near true. I haven't backed down from anything. I've never backed down
here we
from
go.
anything. I'm not advocating that you back down. I'm not telling you to stop talking about them the way you want to talk about them. I'm not telling you not to get in their face. And if you think they're a bunch of reprobate rats, tell them so. That's all. I'm just talking about labor. I'm not telling you to not be conservative, Gino.
But you said we shouldn't admit to it. That's an act of
No,
cowardice
I did
in my
not
book.
say you should admit to it. I did not say. I did not. Don't change any. Don't change your behavior. Don't change your technique in persuading him. None of that.
Bolsheviks will get in your face. You should get in their face and stand up to them. Otherwise, they take over, we all lose, and America falls by the wayside like it did for my ancient ancestors 1,500
What
years
do you think I do here every day?
Well, you tell me. You tell me that why we shouldn't be calling ourselves conservatives anymore. To me, it's an act of
I'm
cowardice.
simply talking about the label. I'm putting it out there as an idea. I'm not talking about strategy. I am talking about strategy. I'm not talking about the actual ideological belief system. I'm not saying he's banned in anything.
Sorry, Rush, you're not buying me on this one. I hate to say this, but after 30 years, my loyalty now for you is gone. And that chicken parmesan dinner that I was supposed to cook for you and your wife, you could forget that deal. Mr. Snerdley will get it before you do. You'll have to pay for that.
I wasn't aware that you were going to fix me a chicken parmesan.
Well, that was 3 years ago when I last called in, when I gave the speech about Hildebeest and why we should vote for the Trumpster, remember?
Yeah, well,
apparently you forgot because,
No.
again, you're too fat and happy now.
well, you think I was for the Hildebeest? You think I spent the last 2 years advocating for the Hildebeest?
You basically, what you're doing is telling us we should surrender our title
I
as conservatives.
am not
as a conservative
telling you
Jedi,
anything
to help
of the
save
sort.
us to beat the evil empire. That's what you're backing down on.
No, I'm not backing down at all. I'm not backing down at
If you lived here in the Bronx, trust me, you would be...
Gino, I am surrounded by a bunch of left-wing liberals here that are brain-dead, judgmental, mean-spirited, superiorist little butts. I'm surrounded by them. You can't avoid them everywhere you go.
But then you're telling us that we shouldn't even identify ourselves as conservatives. Why? Because some schmuck at CNN is going to give us a hard time?
No!
We give them a hard time. We take Jim Acosta, we take him out and give him a beating if we have to.
No.
We have to do everything that you used to tell us to do 30 years ago. But apparently now you've gotten a little too soft, Rush. It's time for you to step aside.
Okay.
Let me take the microphone from you for a few days, and I'll straighten out your audience.
I'll tell you what, Gino, why don't we do that? You can have this microphone starting tomorrow. I haven't taken a vacation this year. You can come down here tomorrow. You can take the microphone, and you can deal with it however you want.
More than happy to do that, and then I'll reinstate your chicken parm dinner with you and your wife.
Okay, well,
You gotta come up.
I don't like chicken parm. What happens when the Red Sox beat the Yankees? It's tough out there. We're all surrounded by these commie bastards out there, Gino.
It is an honor to speak to the great one, Mark Levin. I have been listening to you since before, just after you started on Rush Limbaugh. Sorry, I'm nervous.
Thank you. And he's my buddy, too. Somebody really reamed him out today. I stand with Brother Rush.
Father,
Anyway,
love
go
over
right
you.
ahead.